Just incredible!
Just incredible, man.
Just incredible. Run the thing, eh? Run it!
All right, man. Yes. Okay, Just Incredibles podcast live in Los Angeles, California. Today, I'm excited, man. I got two great brothers in the building, man. Working on a collab project. The duo is here. I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourselves, man.
Yo, what up, man? It's your boy, Mr. Little One, the Boogeyman. Brought my brother Finis.
That's right. We here.
Finis is here. I got the squad, man.
Yes, sir.
Project, working on the project, the duo. How did y'all come together to, you know what I'm saying, put this piece out together, man?
So I got a good homie of mine, and one day he shows me this track.
Okay.
And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
Right.
Like, he was very unique in his own sense.
Love that.
I felt a lot of freedom in his art. And it was Finis.
Dope.
So I told him I wanted to meet him, and he brought him through. This is years ago.
Okay.
Several years ago. And, we just created a brotherhood outside of the music as well.
It's the best way to do it.
Yeah, and then it just organically just kind of happened, know. And I had I was recording albums. I was creating the festival in between time. So he was jumping on the albums. He was performing at the festivals. And then we were like, yo, it's really time for us to do this project.
Together.
So
We had always talked small talk about it. Like, we're going to do it. We'll get to it. And then it was like, it's time.
Timing was right,
yeah,
right?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vato Loco, man, this track is going crazy, man. The track is going crazy. I mean, I just love how it just feels good. You know what I'm saying? Then when I press play on the video, I was like, damn, I wish I was hanging out with them on that one.
Real shit, though. We had that much fun that day.
It felt like
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that shit was organic.
Right? Cocaine was cool, man. We had a blast with him.
Mr. Shadow and Cocaine featured on
Shadow.
the joint.
Shadow's always a good
family, right?
Good egg to hang out with.
Yeah. Y'all did the whole video in Dago?
Yeah.
Man.
We did that shit like in 4 hours.
Like that, huh?
Yeah, so it's a crazy story. Like, we were done with the album.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were done with the album. We ended up in the studio one day. We ended up creating that beat. 30 minutes.
The beat is tight, man. The
beat is savage.
Hell
It's
yeah,
pretty
for
free,
sure. Yeah.
We want to make sure and not recreate something that's been recreated, like
that.
That all sounds the same.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Fresh.
Yeah, and then we're like, we got to get somebody to come in and like bring character and make it really theatrical and organic.
Right.
And then, we reached out to Coca.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Cocaine, my brother
man.
Cocaine.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cocaine. And then we're like, we got to get Shadow. Shout out to Shadow.
Yes, sir.
And then Vato Loco was born.
Yeah.
And we just kind of felt that we needed to represent the culture. We feel that there's been a lot of misrepresentation.
Understood.
Especially with the Vato Loco phrase.
Right.
But even before this record was done, we were talking about that to begin with.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
There's
like
a
kind of changing the perception.
Yeah,
and-
100%.
Yeah.
There's
no
a
doubt.
major misrepresentation of the culture, and
Right.
that's where this kind of evolved from to begin with.
Yeah.
So,
it's
and then when
important.
it started to go, it was like creating it was effortless.
Love that.
On everyone's side. It was impressive to watch how it all came together so effortless.
Right.
Yeah.
In the studio, what's y'all creative process? You've been doing this for years now. What's kind of, a studio session like with the duo?
I would say that it's kind of like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
It just kind of goes.
Goes together, huh?
It just goes.
Right,
Like,
if you're not
chemistry.
if you're not used to it and you walk in, you be like,
yeah.
like, wait, what? No, but it works.
But
Yeah,
I think it stems from our brotherhood.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we're comfortable together as people.
Okay.
So because we're comfortable as people and we're like spiritually,
Locked in.
bonded. You know what I'm
Locked in,
saying?
yeah.
We're able to do the art so effortlessly and so free.
Yeah.
And we like mesh as brothers. We fuck around all the time. You know what I mean?
Group chats are
Yeah, all
popping.
kind of. If you saw our fucking our dialogue,
That's what I'm talking
about. It'd be crazy.
Right.
We had a show like it would not make normal television. Let's put it that it would definitely be like an HBO, Netflix.
Right.
That's it.
And the spiritual journey, like where would you say and when would you say this light kind of went off for you, man?
Well, for me, it was, I was in a really, really dark space for a long time.
Okay.
But I do think that, there is a big difference between, like, there's rappers and there's artists.
Absolutely.
There's beat makers and there's producers. Like Contenders and Champions. So I always felt that, I would have the victory as far as the recording process, but I never really felt that I was actually giving it my best. You know what I'm saying?
Like with all the success.
Yeah, like,
still
you know, I made it
feel-
to the Super Bowl with a wounded knee, you know, but when I finally was accepting of my darkness and took responsibility for the dynamic of where I was at in my life.
Right.
You know, because it was a very dark place. And
What year is this?
This is about 10 years ago.
Interesting.
2012.
Okay.
2013. And, you know, and go synonymously with what I was saying to you off camera earlier. I had this inflated facade, you know, and that took me off level ground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I lived in this facade where
from the success and just the environment.
You know, the environment, the money,
right.
You know, the validation,
Of
the
course.
egotistical
All the shit
nonsense, the psychological trickery, all the stupid shit.
Right.
That's meaningless.
Yeah.
One thing that I always say is that when we live in that space, the things that are meaningful are meaningless, and the things that are meaningless are meaningful.
It's crazy.
But when you're able to turn it around and you maximize who you are and you really want to, you know, experience what it's like to be an unlimited version of yourself.
Right.
And you got to go through the shit before you experience it.
For sure.
So I had to go through my pain before I could experience my joy.
Man, I love that.
You
I love
know?
that. Yeah, when you're really like absolutely living in your purpose.
Yeah. And
It's
it's just a process.
I was having a conversation yesterday actually with a friend of mine, and we were just talking about, you know, in life there's shit that you want to do, there's some things that you have to do, other things that you're like, oh, you wake up in the morning. Of course, now at this point in my life I'm trying to just do things that you really want to do, you know what I mean? But every now and then just it could be something small. It's like, oh, Sunday I got to do whatever, right?
Yeah.
And it just but it like a light bulb went off in my head where I said, damn, I haven't really felt that in a long time.
Yeah.
So I was proud of myself in one sense where it was like, I've really been living in my purpose. And it also reminded me like, hey, when you feel that little thing of whatever it is, you should speak up and just you know what I mean?
1,000,000%.
Yeah, at this
we
point.
got to remember we're human beings first.
Right.
We're brothers, you know,
Yeah.
we're sons,
Yeah.
we're fathers.
Exactly.
There's a whole different, you know, connection to us as beings.
That's right.
Before all the other stuff comes into play.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
man.
lose sight of that though because we get so busy and wrapped up in everything
do.
that we're doing on a daily basis.
I got to do this. If I don't do that, then this won't
Yeah,
happen.
for sure.
And if that doesn't happen, then this person's
and
going
then
to
the
say
fear,
that about
the
me.
fear of consequence gets you too. You're just constantly on that.
Yeah,
thing, right?
yeah,
For sure.
Yeah, because you create this psychological trickery.
Right. That's
That's what the fuck it is.
It literally
because,
is.
You know,
Right.
because what I've learned, you know, in the process of my growth or like just earning my evolution is that the worst prisons in the world are not the man-made prisons. They're the psychological prisons.
The ones we put ourselves in.
Yeah, so the door's wide open.
Yeah.
You just don't walk out.
Literally
You're pacing.
Hardest to escape from.
Yeah, you know,
So true.
but once you let go
Yeah.
of that,
Right.
then you can really say, I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And things that bring me joy and nutrients and
Right.
togetherness and love and tranquility.
Right.
And you're able to fucking grow.
Right.
And then that projects to the people around you.
Yeah.
I think Nipsey said it best. Like if the people around you ain't giving you nutrients, you don't have a circle, you have a cage.
Man, real
sure.
shit.
You
for
know,
real.
back to the book that I owe you.
I can't
the
wait to
Motivation
get that book. I
Manifesto.
can't wait, man. I'm excited
You
about
know,
that.
he says like the sun. You either put a sunburn on your soul, or you put a suntan on your spirit. You know, and I think that's why me and Finis were able to align with each other musically, personally,
Right.
emotionally, mentally, artistically.
Yeah.
Was because he's on the same path.
Vibe.
You know, he's
Yeah.
on the same vibe. There is no, you know, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't participate in any fucking fuckery.
None of that.
None of I've lived the life of fucking 100 men already.
Yeah, been there, done that.
You know, so I enjoy the small things that are really the big things.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And it brings me joy.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, my circle's very small, and I do everything with all my heart.
Love that, man. Love that. Excited about this project, the duo. Are we going to get some of these messages and lessons inside of the music from this project?
The duo, I'll be straight up with you. It's like it's your hip hop.
Okay.
Right? It's your hip hop album.
We
that's
bar
what
it up. Yeah,
we
no doubt.
went for it on this one.
As you
kind
should.
of felt like it's been a little bit. lacking a little bit in that area. So we kind of wanted to bring the bars back.
Right.
Wanted to bring the wordplay back.
It has to happen.
Yeah, we wanted that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the evolution of where everything has gone and where it's starting to go. And I'm sure he feels the same way. But at the same time, like, we grew up listening to a certain
hip-hop era.
A certain hip-hop era.
That head nod shit.
Unforgettable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those
I
records
came to
still
bring the pain, hardcore to the brain. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? So those records, they last forever with us.
Yeah, that's right.
You know?
That's right. Timeless.
Yeah, they're timeless music. So we wanted to put our own little formulation
imprint on that. No doubt. Dago's always had a really dope music scene. You know what I'm saying? Where do y'all feel it's at right now?
I'm comfortable with it. You know, I finally see, you know, shout out to Little Weirdo, my little broski weirdo out there. You know, I see more engagement with the importance of music being art.
Yeah.
Instead of sampling a popular song and just spitting over it.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
There is artists doing that.
That's
they do their thing.
But let's see what you got without a sample.
Yeah. That doesn't feel timeless.
The original, like, get out there, like, make a beat from scratch.
Right.
Don't sample anything and, like, do something from the very beginning to the very end.
Right.
And let's hear what does that sound like? Where did that take you to, and where did that end up at?
Absolutely.
But I feel like that's what we don't have anymore, because there's been so many ways that people can just head to Guitar Center, grab a little something, come home, plug it in, do their thing, sample,
come to my studio,
sample everything. You know what I mean, and get a song in,
even a hit record at times.
And I feel like that's kind of where everything has gone to. Yeah, and now we're at this point where the quantity is not so important anymore. It's the quality.
I know.
I really want it to get back to that. And
straight quality.
Yeah, 100% quality. Like, I would rather people put out less music but have it be, like,
dope
legit.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
You know what I mean? On point. Like, everything is, like, legit. You don't hear stupid shit in it. You don't hear dumb little mistakes and just, it's okay, whatever. We'll just let it go.
Right.
I'm a weirdo when it comes to that shit. He gets frustrated with me.
Perfectionist in a way.
Because sometimes I'm like, nah, I'm gonna redo it.
Right.
Nah, I don't like that. No, I'm gonna do it this way.
Do you have moments like that where you might record some and then, you know, you do that on a Monday and then by Friday you're like, shit, I heard some things I want to tweak?
Not really, not typically. No.
Okay.
I mean, we get in the studio, and once that vibe and that feel in the studio that day, that's what we're aiming.
That's what. Yeah. Okay.
So that feeling we'll never get again.
I know. That's the thing about creating, right?
Yeah. That's
when you lay it. That's where it was at in that moment. That's how it's supposed to be.
Well, your sound and your voice, the aggression you have backing it, and all the different elements that make that song what it truly is. Right. Those are very difficult to tap into again.
Right.
And I don't really truly think you can.
You really can't duplicate.
No.
Right.
No.
Yeah. You really can't.
Like, for instance, like to redo the Vato Loco song like we already had done once. You really think that's gonna go the same way?
It ain't gonna
highly doubt it.
Yeah.
Highly. Just and little things too that you don't hear about, like the jokes.
Right.
That were said during the session between he and I, and you know, the conversations that were had, like, those things have an effect on the outcome of the record.
Man, that's so dope to hear that creative process like that.
Yeah.
Man, I want to talk about, for you, Mr. Lil One, you've got a catalog, man.
Yeah.
Over like 40 albums.
Yeah.
With mixtapes and albums and features and things like that.
Yeah.
What keeps you inspired at this point to keep creating music?
Well, that's what I mean. The sense of freedom, because I'm not like, I always use this as a story. When I was in elementary school and we had a career day, there was a police, there was a fire department, there was NASA,
right,
and then there was the DJ from 92.5. And that's where I was at.
Right.
So at that time, you know, when you're young like that, you're experiencing an ageless, colorless, you know, dynamic when it comes to the music.
Right.
There is no
pure.
It's just
Straight
pure.
Yeah.
It's music.
Yeah.
It's pure. It's free. It's art, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So that's never left me.
I love that.
That's never left me. So if God came tomorrow and said, "You're not gonna make $1 more off your music," I'd be like, "Cool. I'll be in the studio tomorrow at 2 anyway." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And again, now I things are different now. Now there's more respect. There's more honor. There's more, you know, importance and the recordings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like with Vato Loco, like we wanted to make sure,
right,
and be a great representation of the culture because we can spit too.
Absolutely.
We can spit too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just Simone Holmes over here. You know what I mean? Whether it's even in English or in Spanish.
Right.
And I thought that it was important. And you know what? And we've gotten that love back.
Yeah,
the response has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it's been love.
Yeah, man.
You know, it's generational music.
Right.
I've been doing records for 30 years.
People have grown up. You know what I'm saying? Families have.
Yeah, and I've done shows where there's a 17-year-old. You know, now this could have been what? Homicide. Or maybe this could have been suicide. Nobody knows homicide. He wasn't even fucking born when the shit came out.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, man.
You know,
that's beautiful.
You know, every time I perform, they call him Little One. Like, I don't have to say anything. I don't have to bring a sing. They sing it for you.
Every word.
They hear 1,000 people fucking, and they call him. It's fucking amazing.
Wow, what
bro.
a feeling.
So that's what keeps me there.
I love that. I love that.
It's life to me.
Finis, how about for you, man? Where you draw your inspiration from at this point?
I mean, I've always dug into music as an outlet. It's always been something for me ever since, middle school, throwing headphones on, walking around all day, CDs in the backpack, the whole that's what I did.
I was recording radio back in the day. Like, go to school, listening to every, all the new songs.
Hey, but back then it was like we knew when records were gonna drop. We knew when albums were coming out. We were at Tower Records.
I know,
Sam
man.
Goody.
For real.
You know what I mean? Like waiting in line for that to come out, for those records to drop and those albums to drop. So, I mean, my inspiration comes from the experience I have from that aspect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the desire to create good music and to be one of those guys.
Have those moments where people are waiting on the same.
The madness is like I used to want to be that guy, like, and now I'm shaking hands with these guys. You know what I mean? It's a whole different It's a whole different level of respect.
Be here with you.
Know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
man,
here.
Thank you, guys.
I would have never in a million years guessed I'd be sitting in here doing a podcast with you.
Wow, I'm honored, man.
And next to this guy, like that's what I'm talking about. Like it's a whole different get down.
It's like the thing is we just have to keep going. You have all the ups and downs
from a pure place.
Man.
Human beings are not made to stay stagnant. We are made to stay in motion.
Right.
We need to maintain our motion.
Yeah.
And that's just my personal opinion. That's how I go.
That's how you.
Like instead of swimming against the current, just flow with it.
Flow with it. Yeah.
Just flow with it.
Just flow with it.
Just go. Don't be afraid and flow with it.
Talk to me about the Chicano Music Festival, man.
Oh man, I think for thousands of years, people have ran from the present moment, and the point of me saying that is when I was a kid, and they would have festivals at school, on, like block parties with mariachis and Aztec dancers and food. I could never pinpoint what it was I was feeling. As I got older, I understood that was the present moment. I wasn't worried about who was at the house, if my homework was done, if I was going to get fucking yelled at for this. It didn't matter.
Fully in the moment.
Yeah, so, I've been a student of music.
Right.
I've been a fan of music.
Right.
All elements of music, from oldies to hip hop to R&B to rock, all that. So I've always seen both the unity and the division in our culture. So I thought that it was really important for us to bring unity and community and togetherness and create a festival that had all the elements.
There's so many great elements to this festival.
Yeah, man, it has
about.
live art, mariachis, Aztec dancers,
food trucks,
lowriders, food,
bounce houses,
for the kids.
To see the different types of people that show up to the festival.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not just your own one demographic of person. Like it's all across the board.
Right?
Yeah, it's all across the board. That's the beautiful part.
Which is so great because it brings the unity together.
Yeah, man.
And September 9th, we're going to Las Vegas.
September 9th, Craig's Ranch, Las Vegas.
Yes, sir.
Chicano Music Festival. We're going to have Tierra Legacy.
Okay.
Richard Bean of Malo, the Midnighters, the Delphonics, Sly Slick and the Wicked, Mary Jane Girls, Conejo, Finis, Mr. Shatter, Dominator, Miss Crazy, Rossi Rock, Coyote. It's going to be, look, you can download songs. You can download movies.
Right.
but you can't download an experience.
I love that.
September 9th,
you're going to get that experience.
you're going to get that experience.
Wow, this is exciting. This is exciting. This is one of those ones.
Pull up.
Las Vegas.
We got
I'm
your
there.
VIP passes.
All right, because I'm always in Vegas.
Oh, yeah,
so
we got your VIP passes.
I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be great.
And for people who want passes and buy tickets, there's a website that they can go to?
Just go to ChicanoMusicFest.com and get your tickets there. Chicano Music Festival is going to be phenomenal. It's going to be love. It's going to be unity, community, and it's going to be an experience.
Yeah,
September
man.
9th.
You mentioned earlier about those thousands of fans like singing every word when you're on stage. You know, what are some of the things you love most about hitting that stage and connecting with your fans?
Well, I just love the freedom of it. You know, I think those are the moments that are meaningful.
Yeah.
I mean, you're able to connect with other people. You're able to embrace, if you have the capacity to embrace what that means.
Yeah.
Some people take those things for granted.
Right.
Some people use that as ego boost.
Yeah, right.
You know, and they mishandle that.
Yeah, good point.
You know what I mean? I look at it from a different standpoint. That's why for this festival, I don't perform. I don't put my name on the flyer.
Right.
I'm not even an artist. I'm just one of the creators of it. You know, Yessie Ortiz, my beautiful sis.
Shout out to Yessie.
Yeah, shout out to Yessie Ortiz, you know, for just stepping up and jumping in this with me and being able to just bring something beautiful to the culture that brings unity and community. So I don't go into this as Mr. Lil One, the rapper,
right?
You know, the artist. I go into this as Reyes Rodriguez, the timeless spirit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. And how about for you, man? Performing live, like you're going to hit that stage on the 9th in Vegas. What do you love most about that energy?
I mean, everyone is different. You know what I mean? Every performance is different. The San Diego one was dope.
Right.
You know what I mean? That one...
Hometown.
Hometown obviously was cool. The turnout was great.
Yeah.
The feeling, the vibe, it was dope. You know what I'm saying? It was next level.
Yeah.
So I can't only imagine what... You know, Vegas is going to be like.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean, we've done shows and stuff, and every single one is a different vibe, a different feel. So that's the part that I like about it, is that's the crowd, that's the night, that's the feel for that particular one.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? So the beautiful part about it is that they all have their own one.
Yeah, and they'll have their own experience.
Sure.
You know what I mean? These are time stamped Vegas show, Dago show.
Yeah.
Like,
and we're going to take this all over the country.
Man.
Yeah.
You know,
give
man.
everybody opportunity to see this.
You know, I've been all over the country as an artist. You know, I've been to the small markets, the inner, you know, I've been to the Farmington, Albuquerque, you know, Yakima, Oklahoma, Salt Lake City, Boise, Idaho, Bakersfield.
You've done them.
You know, going out of California and being able to see thousands.
You see the response.
Thousands.
The passion,
yeah,
right?
bro. Like everyone, I'm that boogie, man.
That boogie.
You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, fuck.
that realness comes out.
That realness.
Yeah,
you know?
that
Bro,
authentic feeling.
I have this song called Mi Amor.
Okay.
Every time I spit it, I give the mic because everyone's singing it.
Every word. It's got to be a beautiful feeling.
Yeah, bro. You know, it's one of my classics. I always hear people spit on your podcast, so I'm going to spit it real quick.
Please do.
It goes like this. It goes, mi destino, ando de vago con el vino, hablando como hombre, pero adentro soy un niño chiquito. Me acuerdo lo que dijo, vas a pagar cuando tú tengas tus hijos. Le pregunto, preguntas a la ouija, pero me asusto cuando pienso en mi hija. ¿Qué haré? Siempre digo que me vale. Mis pensamientos se hunden con mi madre. Ya soy padre, pórtate bien, porque al chamuco le gustan los de 100. Y estos güeyes que dicen reyes quieren ir a escupirle a las leyes. Siempre triste, me prometiste muchas cosas, pero te fuiste.
Come on. Classic.
So every time I do that, they're singing it. I just give them the mic. Females, males, groups.
Going crazy.
They're just going crazy.
Yeah, man.
You know, same thing. Like, you get so used to this shit, I'll be like, yo, I finna get ready to go to the store. Does anybody want something?
Right.
Hey, dog, you're going to be making a run at the light. You know what I'm saying?
Everyone just
it's
singing
crazy.
along.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
you know?
man.
But I've always had that little thorn where we don't get credit.
Yeah.
For being spitters.
Man, it's time to change
what I'm saying?
that,
yeah,
for sure.
And even with the Vato Loco, like, that's high-level art.
100%.
That's high-level art. And the Duo Project? It's fucking high-level art.
One after the next.
We gonna send you some tracks.
Please do. Please do. I got Mr. Lil One Finis in here. The Duo Project is on the way very soon. Can y'all talk to me about the beauty of Chicano culture, man?
I mean, bro, like
Just
if
you know,
like,
could you summarize a few words?
The attachment to it is amazing.
Yeah.
To be able to say that, you know, we legitimately have an attachment to it is beautiful.
Beautiful.
Because our people are beautiful. You know what I mean?
100%.
Every ethnicity on this planet is beautiful in its own way.
That's right.
But for us to be able to absorb the Chicano culture and be Hispanic in that,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That in that regard it's a privilege.
It is a privilege. You know, for me, even growing up here in the Valley, I just had the honor of like growing up with so many different friends and families from different cultures and seeing the difference, the way that, you know, some of my friends and interacted with their parents or siblings and, you know, some families more fun than others and things like that. But it just was great. I just soaked it all up, man. And I have so many Latino, you know, friends and people who I consider family who really like shaped not only my love for like my passion for music, my passion for sports, my passion for fashion, you know, so
passion to live,
period, right? So it's like I wanted to hear y'all speak on that a little bit, man, because you know it's definitely a dope thing about living in this city, and I know Dago's similar. I lived out there for a few years. Just the diversity and the unity that comes with that.
And you know, and on the flip side of that coin, which has always been important to me, and I'm not afraid to say this, is you know, we are also pigeonholed at times for like the traditional like conquistador machismo in the culture,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And I'm so outspoken that you don't have to be like that.
Right.
You don't have to call women names and put your hands and do none of that.
Right. A lot of it's the stigma that's been placed.
Yeah, you know,
us.
like that's what they are.
Yeah,
we're so much more than that.
Right.
The culture is so much more than that.
That's right.
Like I went to jail in Playa del Carmen for almost getting in a fight for someone painting on the pyramids because I was like, yo, you got to leave them alone.
You
gotta,
protecting.
yeah. They're like, no, that was for tourism.
Wow.
They were trying to paint them and make them look nice for the tourists. I'm like,
Got it.
it's the opposite. You got to leave them the way they are.
The way they are, so the tourists could come see
like,
and
that's
experience.
what matters.
That's what it is. Hell
And,
yeah.
you know, so, you know, they understood what I meant, and I walked out, but it was that, you know.
Avoided prison.
Yeah, but I mean, you
yeah.
got to speak up.
Right.
That's the beauty in the culture.
Yeah, man.
Not dressing it up or decorating or disguising it.
Right.
Let it be what it is.
Yeah.
But
That's it.
That being said, across the board, though,
right?
You know, not just from our perspective, but from other ethnicities' perspectives. Like for everybody to adopt a little chunk of each one.
That's what I was saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and be
exactly.
able to
That's
bring
beautiful.
it all together as one big giant intermingled culture is the most beautiful thing I think you can.
So true.
You know what I mean? You can get into.
So true.
Yeah.
Both of y'all have such a loyal fan base. What do you think keeps your fans so loyal?
I think that's it. I think being loyal to the music.
Yeah.
You know, I don't go do records because of someone else. Mm-hmm. Like if you, and I don't mean this like in an egotistical way, but like if you really do research on any Mr. Little One, like there's not another artist that sounds like Mr. Little One.
One of a kind, for sure.
You know, so I think that's what always kept me, my own sound.
Yeah.
My distinct delivery, my voice, you know, the way that I say things, you know, I've never been afraid of that.
Right.
You know, but like he said, you know, we were with Walkmans, we were fucking with backpack, we were with fucking listening to B-sides when we were young. I grew up on Run DMC and Curtis Blow and Grandmaster Flash and LL Cool J, and I was like, fuck everything else.
This is what I'm doing.
You know what's up? You got rewind with a pencil. You know what I mean?
Dude. Yeah. Back with that.
Yeah,
For real.
bro, like this is
For
like,
real.
you know what I mean? So you got to remember, like we encountered a lot of barriers along the way.
Hell yeah.
Because of that machismo.
For sure.
Oh man, this ain't for you.
Huh.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, you can't do that.
I got a line
and I'd be like, you watch me.
I got a line
hell yeah.
in one of the songs we did on the Duo project where I'm literally talking about being made fun of.
Really?
Yeah.
Like early on in your...
like being made fun of, and it's the same. I literally say like it's the same asshole on Instagram pretending to be your friend.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that's what it is.
Yeah. It's a good point there, man. Sometimes, you know, we got to keep our circles small.
Yeah.
You don't know, you know, there'll be people who you think have your best interest, and it'd be one asshole like that, you know?
But it always comes out.
It does.
It always comes out.
It
You have to have the courage to be accepting of that and be able to, like you said, keep
going. Yeah. I'd like for y'all to speak on that a little bit more too. Just kind of like blacking out some of the noise that comes with what we do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all specifically, there's a lot of people who want something from you.
Yeah.
You don't know their pure intentions. Family members might come out of the woodworks every now and then, or old cousins. Like, how do you deal with those pressures?
Well, you definitely get more cousins.
right.
You definitely get more family
You're like,
members.
wait, you're related to who? Right?
who?
Like,
Yeah.
and in those situations, you have to stay strong. You know what I'm saying? You have to be, you know what I'm saying, really living in your moment. How do you deal with some of that noise that comes from everything from social media comments to people like extra cousins that you didn't know you had?
For me, I think, like how I was telling you earlier, I'm at a point in my life where I do everything with all my heart, so I value what I do. So there comes a responsibility with that. I don't allow none of that.
Right.
I don't give a fuck who it is.
And I think that's part of it, though, is that we've established that concrete base to begin with. So
That boundary.
That boundary gets set up so it doesn't go beyond that.
You won't catch me on Instagram being this mother. I'll never do that.
Yeah.
I'll never do that, bro. I just keep going.
Yeah.
I don't engage in any of that.
Smart.
Yeah.
People leave comments, bro. I block and erase, and I just keep going.
Keep it moving.
Try to find a
that's it.
response.
Yeah.
You won't.
You won't.
Good.
You
Yeah.
won't. I live like that. We live like that.
That's great for the younger generation who are watching and listening to hear, because everyone's so responsive,
Ego.
man.
Yeah, but you know
That's
what?
ego.
On the flip
Ego.
side to that, like if there's a good positive response, I may respond to it,
Right,
in a good positive way.
Absolutely.
But if it's going to be something on a negative tip, don't
Fuck
count
all
on
that.
it.
But it's
I'm good.
the ego shit. You know, we've lost a lot of people over ego.
Yeah.
So true,
we've lost
man.
a lot of people, bro.
Over
you
that
know?
ego.
Over
Imagine
that
the artist
ego.
that we would have heard at some point that never came out.
Right.
That ruined it for him.
Right?
You know,
Got in their own
artists
way.
that would have been a Biggie or a Pac or a Big L or something like, you know what I mean?
So many, bro.
Madness, how many there could have been that we never heard of because of that.
They got in their own way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Things of
bro.
that sort.
You know, so I don't.
or couldn't take the challenges that came with some of the environments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't handle the stress or whatever it was.
And I stay away from striking distance too. You know what I mean? Like I don't go to clubs. I don't hang out. I don't drink. I don't smoke.
Yeah.
You know, my circle is my circle.
Yeah.
The people that are close to me are close to me.
Yeah.
And you know, I do the same shit every single day.
Yeah. Great points. On this duo project, who are some of the producers? Like, who y'all working with on a collaboration tip?
We use Steve Vicious,
Okay.
VMF from San Diego.
Okay.
And we got Comma D from the UK.
Dope.
Yeah,
Okay.
he did some crazy
Some
shit.
fire. Comedy, huh?
Comma D.
That's what's
Shout
up.
out to Comma D. Shout out to VMF, Steve Vicious, and you know, we kept it right there. You know, I think
Yeah.
the only feature we have is Mr. Shadow and Cocaine.
Shout out to Shadow and Cocaine. That
Yeah,
Vato
shout out,
Loco
man.
track, man.
Thank you, man. Thank
Video
you.
is out now
Thank you.
everywhere.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna do visuals to every song on the video.
I was gonna ask you. So on the project, we can expect some more
Oh yeah,
visuals.
100%. Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah,
They're
all
coming.
right.
They're coming.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, they're coming.
And September 9th, we got the festival, man. Tell the people what they could expect, man.
Yeah, so you know,
Vegas.
again, you know, it's an experience. You know, actually, the duo comes out September 9th. We're going to just release it in physical form.
Dope.
Physical.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you know, again, the Chicano Music Festival is unity, it's community, it's love, it's culture, it's music, it's food, it's art, it's mariachis, it's Aztec dancers, it's cars. It's all of it under the same umbrella on the same night.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss it. Chicano Music Festival,
And it's
September 9th.
for everyone.
It's for
everyone.
everybody.
Everybody across the
Everybody's
board.
welcome.
Everyone's
Everyone.
welcome.
Everybody is welcome. Kids 12 and under are free.
Free to get
in.
Love that.
Yeah.
That. It's going to be a great experience, man. A great day. September 9th, Las Vegas.
September 9th, Las Vegas.
Be there, man.
Be there. You
Yeah.
gotta get your
Get them tickets.
Your album, your dual project album.
I got to
we
get
gonna
my
come
duo
bring it.
project
Yeah,
out
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
We're gonna
We're
get
gonna pot
we got
outside
yours.
and
Yeah, we got
give it
yours.
to them.
Yeah, I'm hype about
sure.
that,
Yeah.
man. I'm hype about that. I ask a lot of questions during this podcast that I've really enjoyed all of y'all answers to. Thank you for your honesty
Oh man,
and being
thank you
so
for
open.
having us, man. Thank
greatly
you for
appreciate
having
it.
us, man. We're
My
big
pleasure.
fans of
Yes.
who you are.
Thank you.
Big fans of your art.
Thank you.
Big fans of your spirit, and it's an honor to be here with you.
Man, it's been a beautiful conversation. Thank you guys. I wish you guys more success and blessings, and keep pushing that culture the way you are. You know what I'm saying?
100%, man.
I could feel it. I had one more question for you too, and that was another like message that I think the people watching, especially people who want to be artists, who look up to y'all. I think that there's such an importance in opportunity, you know, and a lot of times, you know, whether I'm doing my radio show, and it could be anything from someone helping with social media. I have a beautiful team around me, right?
Yeah.
That we all have that synergy of attitude and passion. But some people, you know, that value doesn't always come from that immediate check.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to see what y'all kind of perception was and opinion was on opportunity versus a fast check.
Oh yeah, that's a great question.
I would say always go with your gut. Always make a decision not based off of a desire you may have, but being truthful to yourself.
Love that. Yeah.
If you're going to do something, I would say, well, in my opinion, and what I've done is I've made decisions based off of what I think is right or wrong or moral.
Yeah.
Outside of morality, if it's not, or it has any type of, you know, contradicting issue that goes against what my beliefs are, then I don't do it.
Can't do
and
it.
I won't do it. I'll refuse to do it to the end.
It's important because in art specifically, you have to live with that forever. That's a part of your story forever.
Yeah, well,
It's
Once you
documented
commit to that.
forever.
Yeah.
What you say on record is there forever. And it's imprinted.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't take it back.
Even social media now,
yeah,
right?
and,
Oh, yeah,
and,
sure.
and not only that, it's like you can't hide from yourself.
No.
Like our character is based on what we do when we're alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are so consumed in the external aspect.
Yeah.
And the monetary aspect.
Right.
There's people that are, you know, financially stable that are emotionally obese. You know what I'm
real,
saying?
for
So
real.
I think the opportunity is something that we must preserve, respect, nurture, and take care of outside of the quick bread, because that runs out.
Right.
I would say be careful who, how, and why you play, because the quarter always runs out.
Yeah. Wow, that's great.
The
Yeah.
quarter always
run.
runs out.
Right.
So what do you have left after it runs out?
Yeah.
Impulsive decision making can destroy you.
Yeah.
Impulsive decision making can destroy
you. Like
Facts.
I said earlier,
Yeah.
we have to be accepting of the magnitude of our own ignorance.
Right. Right.
That is how we grow,
Yeah.
with humility.
Yeah.
And like
That's
you
it.
said, if you have a moral element to your decision making,
sure.
then you're making the right choice.
You're only as strong as your weakest link, and your weakest link is yourself. You know, in your
Sometimes,
mind.
yeah.
So whatever that may be, that's where you're gonna peak out.
Yeah, such good advice.
Yeah.
Have you guys had success? You mentioned, you know, doing shows really on that grind. You know, people don't see all of that. They see the success, but you've done shows across the country.
We've done shows where there's 18 people there. And it don't matter.
Don't matter.
I'm still on Sick in the Mind every day, all day.
Yup.
Y'all want to hate, got a price to pay.
Yes.
Triple OG's is back in the day. Little mama
Yes.
come around because she love to play. Don't matter.
Don't
Rock
matter.
it, because those fans came to see you, no matter what.
And them 18 will turn into
They're there.
36, and 36 will turn into 360.
1
and-
million.
But that's
percent.
what you were saying earlier. That's what our fans expect from us.
Yeah.
And that's what we give them, and we make sure to give them that and deliver that to them every time,
Every
no
time.
matter what.
Man.
Yeah,
You know?
it does take a lot of grind. Like they say, you know, to be in this game that we're all in, you have to have the courage of a warrior and
Yeah.
the skill of an artist. You have to be patient like a fucking stone.
Patience, man. Patience.
Patience, bro. And
Yeah.
not speak too soon. People have burned an entire village of speaking too soon.
Bro,
like,
yes,
how could
sir.
I ever speak to you again, my
Come
dog?
on, bro. You
know what I'm
definitely
saying?
put your foot in your mouth
Like, yeah,
on that.
dog, you
and it's
should have
like,
just waited, dog. It was right there.
Right. We're so
I was
close.
coming around the corner.
Man, I have conversations
Yeah,
like that
you know
where
what
it's
I'm
like,
saying? Like,
I just want to feel it out first.
Yeah.
And then sometimes, you know, someone will say something
You
or
know, my grandfather told me something a long time ago, and it was one of these times where I had opened my mouth up and said something as a kid or whatever.
Right,
You know
we've
what I
all
mean?
been
One
there.
of those moments.
Right.
And he looked at me and he was like, you know, you were talking when you should have been listening.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, it was so impactful for me. When he said
few
that,
words.
not just being my grandfather and being the staple that he is in our family, you know what I
Right.
mean? But being that he decided to turn and stop everything he was doing and focus on me and tell me you should have been listening, but you were opening your mouth up. I was like, damn.
that's a bar.
Really
He
though,
was
yeah,
spitting.
dog.
really
Yeah.
though,
He was spitting.
and that's why I've chosen to just be quiet sometimes.
Smart.
It's
Bro,
because of
good
that.
point.
I went to go see an attorney in my young days, bro.
Okay.
And he was sitting in his desk, and behind the desk, he had a picture of a huge fish and it was hooked. And it said, if you only would have kept your mouth shut, you would have still been free.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My guys are here, man. Hey, this has been a complete pleasure.
Oh, man. Respect to you, my brother.
The Duo Project.
Respect to you. Before we go, man, big shout out to you and everything you're about. Shout out to Yessie Ortiz.
Yes.
Love you, sis. Her beautiful spirit, her beautiful soul.
100%.
The way that she's been navigating everything, man, from the festival to the project to everything that she does, man.
Yeah.
So respect to her, respect to you.
Thank you.
And respect to the galaxy. Let's go.
Big respect to y'all, man. Look out for the project, the Duo, which is also dropping September 9th.
Yep.
Yes.
And then we got the show in Las Vegas, the festival.
Chicano Music Festival.
Come on, y'all. Thank you so much for being here today.
Respect.
Real quick, your Instagrams, too, so everyone can check
At
you out.
Mr. Little One 619.
Okay.
Finis 619.
My guys, this has been Just Incredible's podcast, live from Los Angeles, California. For more content like this, man, do me a favor. Of course, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click the like button. Drop a comment. My bros might be in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Ready to chop it up with y'all. And yeah, man, this has been a great day. Thank you guys for being here.
Appreciate you, man. Respect.
Peace and love, y'all.
Just incredible.
Hey, yo, just incredible.
You don't know, eh?
Keep winning.
Yes, sir. Hey, thank you to everyone who watched this podcast. The music you're hearing, that's provided by LA's own The Eastie Boys. If you enjoyed watching this, please hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section, and while you're there, tap that subscribe button so you can subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. There's more content just like this, and trust me, a lot more on the way. To keep up with me off of YouTube, follow me on Instagram at Justin_credible or my TikTok. You can just search Watch Just Incredible. Thank you so much for watching.